It was a progression of events that really started from an environmental side first, because it was getting old. The marsh was getting filled in, the silt was there. So it's one thing led into another, and before too long, okay, let's go all the way now. So then it led into Steve being involved in a course design.
And Steve, he's been great to work with. He has the eye for this, and he's able to visualize in dirt. It's much easier to see things when there's different colors of green and they're all stacked upon each other. To get out on a site when everything's not smooth and put together, and to say, okay, the bunker needs to go a little bit more to the left and the landing zone needs to go over here. He's been excellent at being able to really dial those things in.
He's been really excited about it, and not that he doesn't get excited about golf and playing golf, but something different and a creative side that, again, he really has an eye for.
He has that design capability. He sees things a little bit different.
Traveling the world and seeing all these different golf courses like I have over the years rounded me into what I like as a golfer and what I think is pleasing to the eye when I play a golf course.
I appreciate so much when I get to speak to a tour professional who will take the time to really discuss his own strategy of how he would approach certain shots.
My love of the short game produced, I think, a lot of what's going on or up around the greens. I think it's cool to have a challenging second shot or a third shot on a par 5. We have water that comes right into play real close to the green. We didn't have that at Cherokee. We have it now at TPC, Wisconsin.
We think we have it right, and he looks at it from a pro's perspective and goes, you know what, I think we should do this, and something that we didn't even think of. So that relationship with him and Steve Wenzloff has been great, in that they both kind of see things when on site.
Steve reached out to me and just said, "I'd like your insight here at my home course."
Steve Wenzloff with the PGA Tour, first of all, he's a hard worker, he's a great guy. I've known him for a lot of years. He's talked to me about other golf courses.
Golf holes around the world that he's played in, that he likes, attributes of them, and ultimately find out what that balance is going to be here for TPC Wisconsin. When I first visited Cherokee Country Club, and it was to come out here and just make a honest assessment. The ingenuity behind it when it was originally constructed worked, and then through time it slowly evolved backwards to a point where it wasn't functioning anymore. It really came down to the elevation of the property.
Flat was the word before.
There were certain spots that were pretty soft because it was built on a marsh.
The groundwater ultimately has been rising. I sat with an engineer, did some of my own research on Lake Mendota dam levels, and put a report together to Dennis that says you basically need to raise the golf course and you need to remove a lot of the vegetation out here. We need to get these canals and waterways functioning the way they once did. Golf course has to drain well.
They said that the 3 most important things on a golf course are drainage, drainage, and drainage. The form always follows function. You got to get it right with the drainage first, and then make it look pretty after that, and that's kind of what they've done here.
Firm conditions is what tests the best players in the world. Firm conditions is also what helps enhance basically the strategy of any golf course. In our TPC of the Twin Cities project that constructed almost 25 years ago, that was on a similar site. It was a peat bog, and underneath the peat was an almost endless layer of glacial sand. So I had a suspicion that this hopefully had something similar to it, and we were able to identify that, the whole site has a layer of glacier sand underneath it.
I just came from a project a few years ago where we trucked in 88,000 tons of sand to cap the entire golf course, whereas they had that sand here on site.
We love that. You save on trucking, your carbon footprint is lower, so finding that sand was amazing.
Not only can we raise the site, we'll raise the site with the organic and the clay layer, and then we'll flip the sand on top of that and create a sand-capped golf course, basically. Getting the surfaces to drain the way they need to be and the surfaces to play the way they're being designed to play.
And got rid of the tag that we've had that it was marsh. and it's in the marsh, but now it's an upland course.
Every fairway's raised up a couple of feet. The green's raised up 5, 6, 7, 8 feet. The transformation around here is incredible. It was once one flat piece of ground. Green's flat, straight. Now we have all this elevation, all these changes, and that's going to provide a challenge, but a fun challenge.